Good afternoon. Here we are in the InfoLive TV studios in Jerusalem. With me is Olivier Rafowicz, the InfoLive TV's Chief Executive Officer, and I'm Margot Dudkevitch. Olivier, we've been hearing some worrying reports in recent days, and we're talking about just barely a week since the Palestinians and Israelis met in Annapolis and signed an agreement that both sides agreed to pursue peace. In recent days, we've received reports that the United States claims that Iran stopped its race for nuclear capability or its nuclear program as early as 2003. What are your thoughts on the matter?
Margot, I think that it's very strange that at the time where the Israeli and Palestinian in Washington or in Annapolis are talking about peace process, maybe we're even waiting for Mr. Bush to come over in Israel to make some this process more active about peace between the both sides. At this moment, there is a change of assessment from the CIA, from the intelligence main agency, from the states, about the nuclear military race of Iran. I think that something seems not to be told or not to be showed to the world, maybe to the Israelis, maybe the American today, maybe because it is the end of the George Bush term. Maybe the Americans are thinking another time or differently about their policy in the Middle East. And maybe by claiming, according to this report, that the Iranians are not running to this nuclear military capability, maybe there is some idea to stop any thought about a military option from the American side against Iran. That means that maybe we are losing serious assets in this timing.
America has always said that Israel is its strongest ally, particularly in the Middle East, and we've had a lot of ups and downs in American and Israeli policy throughout the years. But I feel that America, it could be a cover-up. It could well be that America to the world is portraying an image that they're not going to continue pursuing Iran's race for nuclear power, and at the same time, behind the scenes, there are operations underway, or they're planning a very extensive military operation. But obviously, they want to keep it on the quiet as long as they can.
I do agree with this possibility. Mm-hmm. But because we are facing two different and two separate pieces or political tracks, one which is the Israeli-Palestinian one, the other one which is the world coalition led by the USA against Iran, it means that some people can be, I would say, confused by this change of American policy. I will give you one example. If now the American with the Saudis and the moderate Arab countries are also meeting with Ahmadinejad, the president of Iran, with the green light of the American, and in the same time the Palestinians are looking at it and saying that maybe the Americans now are not so keen to be only with the Israelis, maybe they are more open to more other alliances, it will reduce our capability to negotiate and to be, I would say, on a strong side during these negotiations. It's my worriness today about this change of policy. There is another issue, Margot, maybe that you know or you feel also when you write every day about it. Maybe the Americans are very disappointed from Israel since the last Lebanese war. Or maybe they didn't get from their main ally in the Middle East what they were expecting to get. And because of that, the main result will be, okay, I will not put all my eggs in the same basket. Maybe I will make some...
scatter them around.
Yeah, correct. What do you think?
Well, put it this way, if you're talking about the Israeli-Palestinian track, you've also got to look at the situation on the ground. We're talking about three different leaders who are considered weak in all their countries, albeit Bush, whose term next year is finished. And then you have Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who is barely able to hold the people together, and it's only questionable if he will succeed with this new path for peace to perhaps bring something to the Palestinian people who are otherwise turning to Hamas more and more. And then, of course, Israeli Prime Minister Olmert, who appears to many people in Israel to be coming out with statements left, right and center. We're now on the path for peace, and in fact it could also be that he's trying to overcome his difficulties at home, whether it's the police investigations that are still ongoing, and he has to be accountable before the people of Israel. Annapolis, I think, in the eyes of many is considered just a photo opportunity and no more. The schedule the sides have set themselves for 2008 appears to be one that is almost unattainable. And then you're talking about Iran at present, where I feel that the report has been rejected by Israel. The Defense Minister Barak and, of course, Prime Minister Olmert rejected the report yesterday, and both came out with very strong statements saying this is not going to hurt Israel. In fact, it will give us more leverage in our pursuit to demand more heavier sanctions or harsher sanctions on Iran. And also the summit you spoke about, where Ahmadinejad is with the moderate Arab states now, it's an economic summit. And yet we've also seen reports in recent days where the moderate Arab states are talking about strengthening their armies and military capability, albeit in preparation for a possible confrontation between the US and Iran in the future.
In any case, because this issue I think is very important for the Israelis, I think that we have to be very aware about even very smooth moves from the Washington D.C. authorities or State Department people particularly, to see if they really are changing their policy toward Israel and towards the Middle East.
What would they have to gain by that?
I will tell you why. Because if it is the case, and at the end only the Mossad or the intelligence from the Israeli side is providing the hardcore intelligence content about Iran and nuclear capability of Iran, maybe like I've just said yesterday or 2 days ago, the chief in charge of the Air Force of Israel, then we will be alone to deal with the Iranian issue. That's my concern.
That's your fear.
That's my concern.
That Israel will have to tread it alone.
Let's hope that George Bush, a few months before he concluded his last 4 years term, the second one, will not leave us alone.
I think we can all share that concern to a certain extent, although I'd like to believe that the United States still intends to continue giving its support to Israel, because it's important for her to have Israel as an ally in the Middle East, which is a very hostile entity.
Today it's Hanukkah.
Right.
Let's be hopeful.
That's all we can do.
Okay.
Thank you.